I'm Johnny Scoble. I have issues. And this is Chase the Heat. Not gonna lie, sort of feel like Morpheus here, people. Got a red Reaper in one hand and a blue Reaper in the other. Actually, I don't. What I have is a plate full of Reapers right here, folks. Now, these are dried Reapers, but I want you to know something. The pepper growers that we are using and working with have a unique way of drying them, unlike anything I've ever seen. Please look at this. They have a squishiness to them. They're dried, but they still have, they're not fossilized. They're amazing, and these are among the hottest Reapers I've ever eaten. Don't lie to you guys. So, we're gonna eat a few Reapers, okay? And maybe I'll doctor one or two of them up. We'll see. Anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. So without any further ado. Now, there is further ado. Carolina Reaper, you guys. As high as 1.5 to 2.2 million Scoville heat units. And these are warm ones. The powders that are made from these are the hottest Reaper powder I have ever had in my life. They were tested at 1.1 Scoville heat units. These are the real thing. So thank you for joining me. I'm Johnny Scoble, and this is Chase the Heat. Now, I brought water with me. This is water, just to help get the pods down. They won't help the heat. In fact, if you guys know much about capsaicin, water exacerbates the heat and makes it worse. I'd like you guys run a test. Next time you have eaten something hot, doesn't need to be a Reaper, but next time you guys eat something hot, do a little diagnostic in your mouth. Like, hey, where am I burning? Take a mouthful of water, swish it around, and do that again. What you'll find is you're burning everywhere, your gums, under your tongue, everything. So that's the that was the first one. Immediate heat, full on. My throat is burning already. Not anywhere on my tongue or my gums or anything, just my throat. Here's number two, people. Two down. Now, the neat thing, one very important thing. Let's talk about Scoville heat units, because this is a misconception that people have a lot. We're going to say these are 1.1 million. We're going to say, for the sake of argument, I've eaten two. Now, have I eaten two peppers that are 1.1 million Scoville heat units, or have I eaten 2.2 million Scoville heat units? I've eaten one pepper, or two peppers that have a heat score of 1.1 million. They don't add like that. So if you've eaten 10 ghost peppers, you haven't eaten 10 million Scoville heat units. You've eaten 10 ghost peppers that were 1 million each. Now, although it's not, it will, like for instance, the first one I ate, my mouth was hot. I've eaten two, it's a lot hotter. Each time you eat one, it's gonna build exponentially. Here's number three, people. A unique pepper. These dry pods have a unique flavor. They don't taste like a dried pod. They taste more like a fresh pod. My mouth is burning just everywhere. My throat, my gums, my tongue, the roof of my mouth. Yes. Let's see if we can get that pain up a little higher. Guys, here's number three. Or four, actually. Amazing flavor, real Reaper flavor, but real heat. This is one of those challenges that it's almost silly to say a non-chili head rating. Because I've eaten four now. If a non-chili head did this, it would be a huge issue for them. It would be crazy how hot things got. Here's number five. Now my heat is getting very up there. I'm probably at a 4 right now for me, which is high. Now, If it's worth doing, people, come on. What is it? Class? It's worth overdoing. So I'm with the mad scientist, my partner in crime in our business, David Foy. I'm going to show you this. This is a bottle of tincture. All right. This tincture has a Scoville heat rating of about 8 million Scoville heat units. Okay. So this is about 1.1 million. This is going to be about almost 8 times hotter. This has such a psychotic heat, it's almost hard to describe. What I'm going to do is spray this pepper with some of this. I'm going to do it close so you guys can see it. There is a hole here. You know what I'm going to do? I have ripped a hole in the side of this pepper. Hold on. Okay, I gave it 3 blasts with 8 million Scoville heat units, and unfortunately, I got it on my fingers. So I'm going to be very, very careful for the rest of the evening. But here is a Reaper with 3 blasts of 8 million Scoville tincture. And by the way, this tincture tastes like blueberry. And it really does. Wow. Yes. You guys know I turn into an animal when it thunders out. I want to bark at the moon. Okay, so that last one had a Scoville, yeah, you know what? Let's do this a little better. 8 million. Okay, let me explain to you what my body is experiencing right now. My ears are burning hard. The pain in my mouth is probably in excess of, the pain level is probably approaching 7 for me. I'm about 6 or 7 points under the average person. So I can't even think about the average person doing this. This is one of those pains where you kind of got to find your happy place. People that have never experienced this kind of heat or pain from heat will tend to begin panicking. And the reason for that is they've never experienced anything this hot before. It's sort of surreal. And what makes them go into panic mode is they don't know where the heat's going to stop. For instance, right now the heat is still climbing hard. It's pouring out. Oh, I'm gonna bark at the moon. All right, so it's still climbing for me. My throat's on fire. My ears are burning. My fingers are starting to tingle. And I'm getting an endorphin rush. Now, I'm gonna explain to you why you get an endorphin rush. Although I've done this a million times, thousands on video, you guys can see it. My body thinks it's dying. So it's sending dopamine and endorphins throughout my body as pain relief. Like if you could hear inside, it's going, we have a problem in our throat. Johnny's throat is on fire. Send dopamine. And dopamine is your body's naturally producing opiate. So right now I'm buzzed. The endorphin rush is offsetting the pain, which is kind of a good, bad thing. I love the endorphin rush. I hate the fact that the pain's going away. This is a beautiful one. Find something in your pain, people, that you can embrace, find pleasurable, and your life in general is going to improve, I promise you. All right, so my heat's probably around a 6. Yeah, about maybe a 6 or 7. It's hovering there. My ears are burning, my nose is running, my fingers are tingling, my toes are tingling. Well, you know what? What an experience this one is. Wow. I'm going to end this video and sit back and wrestle this buzz because it's a good one. You hear that thunder, you guys? Ah. All right. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. You know what? If you guys see me do something like this, I want to caution you. Please don't do this at home. If you really feel the need to do this at my home. Come with me and do this with me. But don't do it at your home. It's probably a bad idea. Right there, you guys, we're going to go out of here right now. Right there is our pepper. If you have never clicked that pepper, it begs the question, what are you waiting for? It costs you that much, you know. And what it does for me is it shows me that we're growing. It's the barometer to let me know we're doing something right. And we're growing, people. 70,000 plus right now. Right there, you're also going to see a bell for notification. Click that bell. You will miss nothing. Right there is Legal Fire. They're sort of putting a spotlight on the crazy lunatics who do what I do on a global scale. Sort of like the WWE of the chili world. I'm lit, you guys. Right there are 2 relevant videos. You can't feel my face. I'm Johnny Scoble, and this was Chase the Heat.